So where are my birding friends and my birding fiends? So how many of you have done a birding big year or even know what a big year is? Big day, 24 hours. How many birds can you see? What's the highest number of species of birds you can see in a 24-hour period within a given geographic area? There are people who've done global big years. There are people who do a global big year. I mean, every year somebody's trying to see more species of birds around the world than anyone else. And people have written books about it. There's the movie about the big year based on the book by the Colorado birder. I can't remember his name right now. Markel or something like that. Anyway, imagine if the most species of birds people generally see in the United States in an entire year, 12-month period, is somewhere around 800 species. But for a long time, 700 was like the goal. Everybody wanted to see 700 species of birds in their lifetime in the United States. And then it became sort of a competition for people to try to see over 700 species of birds in a year. And of course, birders just run with it because they're a crazy competitive group of people. And now it seems there's a new interval time frame for people to try to see the most number of species of birds in a month. So imagine you want to see the highest number of species you can within the 50 United States within a 1-month period. What month would you pick? How many species do you think you would see? Which states would you go to? We're going to count all 50 states, but you don't have to go to all 50 states to see the most species of birds. So where would you go? And how many pelagics, how many boat trips would you go out? Would you take a pelagic on the East Coast and the Atlantic Ocean and the Pacific Ocean and the Pacific Northwest? How many Hawaiian Islands would you go to? Where in Alaska would you go to? Which states would you skip? How much would it cost? And how are you going to survive this? And what are the rules for counting a species? Does everybody on your team have to see it, hear it, and do you have to document it with some sort of physical recording, photograph, or audio? Anyway, lots to think about. So the Big May USA is coming up. 3 birders from Pennsylvania have decided to take on this challenge that they set up for themselves. And I'm really curious. We'll be following along. Hopefully they'll be sending us updates and we can check their progress and hopefully follow along and see how they're doing. Of course, others have done big years like a green year, trying to ride or have ridden their bicycles to avoid fossil fuel consumption, to see as many species of birds and raise money for conservation. And then there's just the bird year, where again another family decided to forego using gas vehicles and rode their bikes to try to see as many species of birds as they can and raise money for conservation. But as far as I know, this Big May is just strictly competition to try to see to sort of set the standard to try to see as many species of birds in the month of May in potentially the entire 50 states, as opposed to the lower 48, which is a category with an E-bird. So, and we'll be talking more about this as it goes on. So it'll be interesting to follow. I hope to post updates here. So check here. I'm Sarah. This is Lister Bliss. I named this channel based on my experience listing birds. However, I'm now listing a lot of other things. But coming back to the roots of listing, trying to list as many species of birds as these people can in the month of May, Big May USA 2025. Good luck, guys. We're rooting for you and the birds.